Why should I buy now? My current system's already working. I got scammed in the past. If you are sick and tired of getting these objections from your prospects, then you're in for a treat. In this video, we're gonna be going through advanced objection handling that I promise you does not exist anywhere on the internet. And if you apply even a quarter of this immediately into your offer, you will get instant results and crush through the objections that you're getting right now. Here's the catch. It's 3 separate clips from private coaching clients. 2 are on B2B offers, 1 is a B2C offer. So you'll learn on coaching, agency, marketing, all different examples. Regardless, if you take note, it will be applicable to your offer, and I promise you, you will get crazy ass results. So stay tuned and we'll see you on the other side. What you got?
I think my main thing is urgency, like getting them to act on the call to pay.
Why should I pay you? Why should I pay you today?
The thing that we've been doing is like external, like saying, okay, we're getting a higher rate of approvals right now. And that's why we're saying, act fast, jump on it now, because as the time rolls by, you won't be able to catch this wave of approvals for applications.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Ryan, why should I pay you now? Why should I pay you now?
Are you asking me? Still don't know. Because busy season's next month, and we start now. When it starts, we'll have momentum, wind behind our back.
Okay, but what about next week?
Yeah, so if based on the goals you got on us, you said you want to hit big goals, you want to hit 10K a month, you need to start now. If you always have that next week kind of thing, it's only a week, but this week could be $2,000 or $3,000 in sales, just like we've been doing, right?
Okay, better.
Based on your situation, I think that really helped. Based on your situation, that really helped you out a lot. If you extra 2,000, 3,000, use that money into more ads, that helps you snowball. Right now, you're going hot. Everyone
has to get really, 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 really good and delusional and so sold on why should I pay you now? Why is this a must? Okay, so watch and ask, why should I pay you now? I'm like, you don't have to pay me. Okay, there's literally, just to give you guys context, there's people messaging me, I said, that are I'm selling my motorcycle, I'm selling my car, I'm selling this thing. Can I, they're just selling everything. They're someone right now is actively on a full sales pitch of everything they own. Because the urgency is so real, because they're as soon as I get, I will make money quicker. I will break through quicker. So, and I got people trying to barter. They're can I put 6K down? And then as soon as we're I'll give you all my profits, right? So the urgency is there. They already see it. I don't have to. So you're trying to get it in that sense where someone's I will do whatever it takes right now. Okay. So when you look at that part of it, and I'll give you one insane, powerful frame. Okay. And this is what one of the objection handles is. I'm Yaden, listen, with all this stuff, there's a moment, right now, I'm assuming there's a moment of excitement, curiosity, that you're this could be a good thing. I could make money. It's kind of like a New Year's buzz. If you don't ride the wave, it just fades. It just goes away. Okay. Meaning right now there's excitement. You're hey, if I get this $100,000, or if I get this agency going, if I get this communication stuff going right now, if I get this stuff now, I can actually, progress or make money or grow or develop, all these things can happen. And there's that excitement. There's also that little bit of nerve and uncertainty. The reality is that doesn't go away. That nerve and uncertainty, it'll never go away. If you come back to this in 2 weeks, it'll probably even be more. The thing that's a little bit of fear, right? Which is a very natural emotion. And the only thing that feeds fear is time. When you add time to the equation, you grow and multiply the fear. And that fear goes into uncertainty, doubt, you question yourself. And now that New Year's buzz, that excitement fades. And now you're just left with fear. And for most people, what happens is when they don't take action, they just get crippled. And it doesn't show the world is ending type thing. They just don't move. And their situation just goes backwards. They now go into analysis paralysis. They search for more things. They think, they hum. A month passes and they forgot. And what they didn't realize is they could have been leaps and bounds further by now. And with this stuff, the only way to drown the fear, to drown the uncertainty, to get in momentum is to take time out of the equation. So part of this, when we're here and we're like, hey, let's get this done today, it's not because we're like, hey, let's, a new client. It's like, well, I know from what we've seen from our clients, this is a life-changing experience for you, right? To level up your communication, to grow your business, to get the funding. And the faster you get it done, the faster you can reap in the benefits. All the other stuff is just delaying a decision that you have to make at some point. The only difference is later on, you won't have the same motivation, you won't have the same momentum, and you would have lost out on days, months, or weeks of negative momentum and going backwards. So let me support you, brother. Okay. Let's take the leap of faith together, because the only way through it is through it. I'm like, Aaron, I totally get it. Like, watch, this is the objection. Hey, Aaron, I totally get it. It can seem like a lot of money, and what you're investing for is the certainty and the guarantee in the results. Because I'm like, Aaron, let me ask you, what's the alternative?
Just keep waiting on my referrals, my sphere. Just keep doing what I'm doing today.
Is that what you want?
I need to think about it. I need to crunch the numbers behind the scenes. Obviously you gave me a lot to think about today. We've covered a lot of ground. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I can appreciate it's a lot of money. And isn't it being a lot of money the reason why we're here? I know it's a silly question, because, we work with different realtors at different stages. Some are like, hey, I'm just trying to get that consistent 1 to 2 deals. But we also have others that are doing 5 to 6 deals every single month. What do you think the difference in the conversations between the two realtors are?
Maybe the amount of money they're spending on ads, maybe.
The guys doing more, they're just like, hey, how can I spend more? Because they already know it works and they don't have a cash flow issue because they have predictable results. And for other realtors, generally when they're like, hey, I'm trying to get that 1 deal consistently outside of what I normally do, it ends up being an initial cash flow thing. But it's not because it's a lot of money. It's because A, they haven't experienced the result, and B, they haven't been closing consistently that they have the surplus in cash. Because if all you did was get 1 deal from the system, it'd already pay for the whole thing and it'd still be profitable. And obviously you're gonna get way more than that. So it's not really that like this is a lot. It's really that like, oh, because of what's been happening in the past, I'm not in a situation to feel that I'm cash flow fluid, that I could make an investment like this. And isn't the reason why we're here is to make sure a situation like this never happens again?
Yeah, that's why we're here, for sure.
Yeah. So Aaron, let us support you. Let's carve out a path to figure this out, because I don't want to see you going backwards. I don't want to see you get off this call, because I know I'll have. Get on it, you'll think on it, you'll talk to a friend that has no context about the industry or what we talked about. They're gonna say, it's a lot of money. But they're probably not making more money than you. Because if you keep taking advice and you keep taking the inputs and doing the same things you've done in the past, you're probably not going to be in a different spot a few months from now. So if you did get a guarantee on the result and you did get back a lot of your time, other than the discomfort and the fear of this, what would be the absolute worst case scenario if you made the commitment in yourself?
Absolute worst case, well, hey, I get my investment back if I don't make the 2 listings, but that's still a lot of ad spend I'm spending. That's almost like $12,000 in 4 months. That's a lot of money.
Oh, because you're thinking about the ad spend. Okay. And what's the like? Do you? I guess maybe the big question is: do you believe ads, regardless of how it's done, is the way to grow the business?
Yeah, I think it can work. I think it can.
What do you mean by can?
I think there's other ways too. There's your referral. I have to look at the opportunity cost, right? If I take this $12,000, $16,000 total for the entire investment, how could I best spend that money? Maybe I could do some letter drops. Right. So I can do my door knocking. My Zillow's kind of working today. I can, double down on that. I can.
And Aaron, can I challenge you on something?
Sure.
If all that stuff worked predictably, why hasn't that been the case?
Just haven't thought, I thought I kind of see what YouTube is about, right? I know it's new opportunity and just wanted to see what this looked like compared to that. I have never taken this amount of money before.
Did you come in here with the intention just to look at stuff, or were you looking to actually fix the real problem in the business? Which the real problem here, Aaron, if I could share, isn't you as a realtor. I'm a great personality, great communication. You had some branding. I'm like, it's not a you problem. You have a marketing problem. People don't know you. And because people don't know you, they don't refer you business, they don't buy from you, and they don't see you as a subject matter authority. So the only way people are going to know you is you are creating organic content every single day and posting it and learning how to go viral in a non-viral niche. Okay? Or you're out there knocking doors every single day and making one handshake, one by one, and not getting doors slammed on you all day. Or you're going to cheat the system and put yourself out in front of the people who are actively looking for homes and want to do business. And the only way you could do that exists on planet Earth is through ads. There are billions of dollars. Facebook, $1 billion every 3 days. YouTube, billions of dollars transacted every few days on ads because ads work. Every business name and anyone that you know their name, guess what? They run ads. Do you know why? Because they work when you make them work for you. So this isn't a does ads work? This isn't a this. At some point in time, Aaron, you have to spend the money on ads. The only difference is you can go and do this solo. Guess what happens? Like if I showed you, you've seen a little bit of the ads, man. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just like mano to mano. I'm giving you the full transparency. Like that cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars in 3 years to build the system. We're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every month to build the system. So what do you think our learning curve is? Right? When we first started, we burned money. I could tell you, we burnt a lot of money. I burnt it on me first, right? Then it was our first client, then our second, then our this, then our this, then our this, then our this. Do you follow? Mm-hmm. And we did all of that, so then our clients don't have to. So regardless of which path you go, you're like, I'm gonna go YouTube on my own. I mean, A, there's no actual course on it, but if you did, guess what? You're gonna spend ads. And then you have to learn how to build the funnel and shoot the video and edit it and build the automations and do all of it. And you're still gonna have to work the leads. So no matter what the work of working the leads, that doesn't go away. The matter is, how do I get the right leads in front of me consistently, predictably, and make sure they convert and get the sales support to make sure it gets done. And guess what? 6 months from now, YouTube's still gonna be king. 8 months from now, YouTube. 15 months from now, YouTube. It's the #1 most watched platform right now. So YouTube isn't going anywhere. The only question is, are you gonna ride the wave and go with the YouTube? Or are you gonna keep trying a lot of the old stuff that may have not gotten you what you want? Because let me ask you this, Aaron. Other than making sense of floating the capital and putting down the investment, are you against getting branded and marketed on YouTube to go find your homeowners?
No, I'm not against it. I think it just really just comes down to the dollars and cents at this point.
Yeah. And normally with money, we're always like comparing it, like, what if I this, what if I that? That's a natural part of the process, right? But what people forget to think about is like, oh, I'm doing this because once I put this money, I'm now profitable. And it's not about, hey, I'm gonna make $5,000 after my first 1 or 2 deals. That's not what this is about. What we offer, Aaron, and what we look for is long-term partners. So in this, yes, you'll get profitable, within the first few months. That's not it. It's now you have a proven, predictable system. So when you're like, hey, and guess what happens with ads as you spend over time? It gets more optimized. So the worst ads will perform is at the beginning of its journey. It's the absolute worst. So when it starts to build more, I won't bore you with this pixels and data and retargeting. It just starts to get better and better and better. So that's how people scale, but they have to endure that first journey. And that first journey, we're removing all the risk. We are literally guaranteeing you an ROI, which to my knowledge, no one in the industry has a no stipulation, full-fledged, no strings attached guarantee on the business. And we could do that because we've made our mistakes over the past few years. We've built it and we've learned it. And we've done this with 40 plus realtors and gotten all of them results. So you were not a special case for us. And every single one of them had to go with that initial discomfort of, this is more money than what I was thinking. Because what they compare it to is a lot of the shared lead services, a lot of the basic cheap stuff. Oh, well, you know, sometimes I've had realtors brag about how cheap a lead is. And I'm like, cool. Tell me about the ones that consistently close. And when you look at all their effort and all their time, usually it's just this fear, a random deal here, and random deal. They deal with buyers, even though they don't want buyers. Because I'm like, they have no choice because they live in scarcity. Because they don't have a predictable marketing system. So the real question becomes, is when is it time for you to go all in and bring in a full marketing system end to end so you can actually grow the business predictably? Then when we get to summer, when we get to winter, when we get to that, you're now doing 3 deals a month, 4 deals a month. And these aren't fairy tale dreams. These are real because you have the proven pathway and the results to actually get there. Let me support you, Aaron. Let's get this done. Let's get this in momentum. Let's get us moving. And let's actually have something to celebrate in the next month. And this feeling, it doesn't go away. Like, it's always going to feel uncomfortable. It's always going to feel unnatural. And I'd much rather see you go through a little bit of discomfort now than burn another few weeks, another month, going in circles, looking and shopping, or going for something cheap that just ends up costing you more money down the line.
All right, let's do it. I'll take the leap of faith.
All right. Imagine you are the poor guy trying to outbound David or hit him on an ad and try to sell him coaching. And let's just say you're a sales coach, okay? And you're talking to him, and the whole time he has these on. Right? Like, how do you go and try to persuade this person when right here, he's like, yeah, but you're a scammer. Like, in his mind, that's all he's thinking. So whatever you're saying, it's not landing. So my job is to be like, hey man, I totally understand that you felt that you're scammed. I just need you to see the world, brother. Like, it's a beautiful world. So my job is to, this is when we talk about like changing the frame, I just need to change your model of the world, how you view it, how you see it. Okay. If I were in the case of sales coaches are a scammer, right? And I hear it come up, I'm like, yeah, man, like, did someone scam? Who hurt you, David? Like, if I was actually on a call and that came up and I'm like, who hurt you? Okay. I would personally just bring a little humor. I'm like, what happened? What have you seen? Okay. I'm trying to understand what formed that belief. And if I was trying to reframe him, change him, and I'm like, okay, well, let me ask you a question. Who's someone that you look up to? I don't know. And he's like, I don't know.
My dad, for example.
My dad. Okay, damn. Okay, he goes, my dad. Okay, cool. So your dad, did he go on his whole journey to be the aspirational father figure for you all on his own?
No.
Okay, so did someone or something help him along the journey?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course. Damn. Okay, I didn't know it was that obvious. Okay, so that form of help, whether it was a boss, a friend, a coworker, a mentor, you're saying someone, not Jesus and God, someone, a person, externally came and helped your father become a better man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So what you're kind of talking about is my father is a better, even better role model. I'm sure he was great. He's even better to you and better for you because someone was better to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So some people call it a mentor. Some people call it a therapist. Some people, it could be a different thing. But the point is someone who is not them positively influenced them. Okay. For them to be a better person, whether it's to learn a skill, to change their thinking, to change something. And we don't even need to go into the depth. I think you kind of have a grasp of your father would not be the man that he is today if someone outside of him wasn't expertly guiding. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. We all just bought into that. Yes? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So how do you think your father would be if no one helped him throughout this whole journey?
I mean, he probably wouldn't have gotten. He would. I guess it would have taken longer. I think at his core, he is who he is. But he would have had to, I guess, figure a lot of things out on his own. Okay. But he kind of was able to go to people to get questions answered and get more clarity.
Okay. And do you think just the simple act of even getting a question answered that could have saved him years or tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars in mistakes and learnings on his journey?
Yeah. That is true.
Okay. So without even going deeper, just for time's sake, to like dig into what he does and how he's influential and all of that. So I'm like, okay, so just access to someone who can expertly guide him, gave him all those massive breakthroughs, that actually gives you that influence. Because you might not be at all anywhere in the position that you're in if he didn't go through that journey and he didn't have those people help. So I'm like, that's what we call coaching. Coaching is the process of having someone who is not you expertly guide you to help you move forward. There's therapy where they help you go backwards and reframe, a lot of the meanings in the old association. Coaching is very simple. Someone's there to challenge you and help you move forward. So what you're describing is your dad, in some capacity, had some people coaching. Does that sound about right? Okay.
Yeah.
They pushed them forward. Great. So whether you look at your dad, which is a very valid case, whether you look at a Elon Musk, or I know you're in business, like Alex Hormozy. Like Alex Hormozy went and paid Grant Cardone $120,000 for like a phone call. Why would someone very smart and successful go pay $120,000 for like an hour to speak to a short man?
They saw value in it. He saw value in it.
Because he could just get one word, one question, one thought, one thing that would pay him, and it'd be way more amount. Because he's like, I want coaching. Because what does he understand? He understands that you can't go far and long without getting expert guidance. Okay, so I'm like, he does not, and he does not go and say he did not have any of his success if he didn't have the coaching. He did not have any success if he didn't have the guidance. Right? It doesn't matter who you look at any level, anyone that you look up to or respect, whether it's your dad, whether it's a Hormozy, hell, whether it's the gym trainer, someone had to coach them to get them to where they are so they could serve at the level they are. So the main and only question that comes in is, David, who's expertly guiding you right now?
At that point, I didn't have somebody.
Okay. What did they feed? What was in that drink that Anas was having? Damn.